Hello, welcome back. This is the first week of a new quarter, so it's been around 3 weeks, and now we're kind of restarting. The idea is to go from right for today. So we've done 1 week already. So this is the first week of the new quarter. So around 4:14, I think, around there, the Monday, last Monday, to end of May. I think May 30th. So that's the plan. 2 months for this quarter, and then I might do a restart, start of summer, and then yeah, we'll see. So let's get on with the first week. So here's the first week. So we're down around -3 point something. Yeah, -3. Um, Overall market this week wasn't that good. It was SPY -1.5, a Dow -2.7, I think. And we'll see later on, but it wasn't too good. So here we have overall, you can see slowly going down. It was also a shortened week, 4 days only. Friday was off. So you can see kind of we started the week a little off, and then it lost a little, and then here, and then was neutral the last day. So Nasdaq, you can see Nasdaq started off pretty well, and then just took a dive. I was expecting to gain more off this dive, but it's fine. Overall, I'm still mostly bearish, so we'll see. So here we have Nasdaq. So Nasdaq did -2.3, -3. So really nothing surprising. Outperformed 2 out of the 4 days. So not a bad week. 50. So this is the same, and then here we have. So this will change next week. So SPY didn't do as bad. So you can see SPY was around near -1.5 and -1.4. And then we did -3. So SPY didn't fall too much this week. Right now in futures, it's kind of right now overall -2. So there you go. Over here we have outperformed 50% of days, so same as Nasdaq. Let's see. So Dow Jones actually did take a dive. United Health earnings made it go down by a lot, and so it's the one we're actually closest to. So closest to outperforming, and we did outperform one extra day. So we're only underperforming this one by -0.04. So, and then yeah, 75% of days. So here we have everything. This is red is us. Then you got Nasdaq yellow. Blue is Dow, and then green is SPY. So SPY is the top, and then you got Nasdaq and then Dow. I probably expect this to, if we go in a downtrend, Nasdaq will probably be the lowest. Then SPY and then Dow will probably be a mix of that. That's how it's normally been. So here we have our goal is 0.17. We've only had really not a green day yet, so it should be coming, but it's mostly just been red. That's why we have quite a low average. But I mean, SPY and Nasdaq are basically around us. So here you have each day. So Monday did take a hit, then we outperformed, here, and then here we also kind of outperformed for, Nasdaq and those. I mean, the first day it was mostly in effect because of Sunday and all that. So kind of wasn't really in the day. It was mostly just the overnight. And then SPY did end a little red here, the green, and then here we also outperformed SPY here. That's 2, and then here we didn't outperform SPY, but everything was mostly neutral this day. So this Friday or Thursday was pretty good. This day was pretty good. This day was also pretty good, and then this day was kind of not. This one was a little off, but yeah, most of the days we did fine. So here we have neutral, mostly red. So we still haven't had a green day, but it's only been 4 days. We haven't closed my trade yet. I'm still holding on to some opening trades I did last week, so I haven't closed them yet. Our gain, right, so we haven't had a winning day, so right now it's at 0. Our loss is -1. Standard deviation 0.87. I want to keep our standard deviation low this quarter. That's my plan. Here we got the SPY. So SPY did 0.56 and then -1.25, so a little worse on the losses, but did gain. Standard deviation is quite a bit higher, so I want it to be lower than SPY. And this is basically 0. So we're doing our ratios to losses, wins to losses, and losses from our wins to losses for us and our wins to losses for SPY were almost the same. Very close. So this is fine. And then our standard deviation is actually below a 1 multiple, so that's great. And our difference is 0 almost. So mean transactions 0.25 per day, so very little. We haven't closed the trade and really been on the same day trades. There hasn't really been one yet. and then our overall is -3. There's not much this week. I mean, anything can happen unexpectedly, but there's some earnings I think, but nothing big. So it should be a chill 5 day week. Um, our goal would probably be to be positive, and then hopefully be outperforming in the coming weeks. Yeah, and then if we end this quarter outperforming, that means all the rest are gonna, like the past 2 quarters. Like the past 2 quarters I did was outperforming. The first one was a little bit. We had end of September to mid December, so around 2 months and a half there, right? And then and then this one was from middle January to end of March. So we had what, February, March, full March, and then mid, so around 2 months, or 2 months and a half too, right? Because February, March, yeah, 2 months and a half. So this time it's gonna be 2 months, a little shorter, and mostly just so I can end it on the summer. I graduate from high school early June, and then summer starts, and then college starts in mid-August. So my plan is mostly to have another quarter during the summer, and then that one might be, middle June to, if we do 2 months and a half, right? Then you would have July. Um, you have middle June, so to middle July, and then middle July to middle August, and then maybe pause it there. I'll see, because I gotta switch to college, so then that's gonna be some time, but we'll see. I'm pretty optimistic right now. Yeah, not much going on. Last 3 weeks have been, or the last 2 weeks where I paused it, have been the most volatile weeks. We had insane downtrend on SPY, which was, what I was betting for, so I was good. But then we had midday last week Wednesday, I think. Middle of the day, tweet that there was a 10% up on Nasdaq, or 12% up. So it was insanely volatile the last 2 weeks. So I'm happy that I'm starting it now that it's not too, or it's kind of calmed down a bit. And yeah, we'll see how the overall trend goes from now. If we end up outperforming this week, then that's going to be quite positive. That means that really here, HR Capital is able to manage, this insane volatility. And so if we end up outperforming this quarter, that'll be impressive. And then really I have the full chart, so that one's going to show all, like, the no stops, that one. No pauses in there, so yeah. So hope to see you next week. New quarter, and let's do this. All right, bye.